Hanger TV, thanks for the follow. I'm just too good at the game. I'm just too good. Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I'm back for the very end of my full day one of Heist League 3.12. We've had a really fun day. I played for a very long time, probably longer than I should have, but that is basically because the league has been so much fun. The heist mechanic's been super fun. I'm not going to fully go over the heist mechanic right here, but I am going to talk about the character that I've been playing. If you want to know about the heist mechanics, I also released 2 other videos today, both about the heist mechanics and how to craft your heist maps and everything about them, and then gameplay as well of all of the heists and grand heists that you can expect to do in the game. So, let's talk about this character though. This character is a Discharge assassin. The Discharge assassin I have here is called Little Blue Orb Man, and I am level 80. I just reached level 80, and I've played for 14 hours and 19 minutes on this character already on the first day, which is kind of crazy. A little bit too much for me. I really need to go to bed, but that's why I'm going to quickly make this video and get it up to you all. A lot of people have been asking about this build. You may have seen a video that I did on the demonstration of this build, and by golly, is Discharge really powerful in the new update. Right now, when I'm in a map, my tooltip is just shy of 300,000 discharge damage, which I'll show you in the actual map that we're going to do in a second. But then we're also running a Wave of Conviction with Curse on Hit Conductivity. Then we're also using a Stormbrand to proc all of our power charges, which works super nice. Now, there is an updated paste bin down below in the description of this video if you want to check that. There's a couple of changes to what I originally first showed, but basically the changes are we've gone Acrobatics and Phase Acro to actually stay alive. And then we've just basically headed all the way around to Runebinder to keep up the power charges on bosses. Later, we might actually be able to even drop this and still be able to keep up the power charges. We'll definitely see. And then basically I've just got a lot of life to pick up around the area, as well as some really nice damage nodes coming through Doomcast and everything like that as well. And we just finished up picking up Throat Seeker. So with the next 10 or so levels, we're really going to be rounding out both our health and our life. As you can see, our life is only 3.4k right now, but the gear is very terrible right now, and we are on a 4-link. So, as you may have seen, sorry, actually, no, I'm going to put it at the end of this video. My first Conqueror kill of the entire league was a Baran. This was also on a 4-link, so you can check that out. But first of all, we're also going to do a map here, so you can see the gameplay of this actual build. So let me just zoom out. And this map is a tier 5 alleyways map, and we're going to pop this one right in there. So you'll be able to see the clear. It's not astronomical clear, but the AoE of Discharge is really nice. So let's jump into this and see how this functions. So basically the gameplay loop is you just put your Stormbrands down, and then you just big boom explode everything around you with 9 power charges. So as you can see, if I stack everything up here, hang on, let me just stack a couple more times, get out of some danger. And my tooltip right here is 261,000. Oh, that wasn't even with full charges right there. 294,000, so just shy of 300,000 tooltip DPS. Keep in mind, this doesn't calculate negative resistances, doesn't calculate a bunch of other things as well. Technically, that tooltip is on a 3-link because it also doesn't calculate hypothermia damage. Now, hypothermia is one of our links on this character. Hypothermia is actually usually for cold builds, but because we're using skitterbots, the enemies are always chilled, meaning that we get the full 40% damage increase from skitterbots. Not increase, sorry, more multiplier from skitterbots and hypothermia, which is super nice. That does mean that we can also run elemental focus on our Discharge with skitterbots, because it's still shocking. However, that will be switching because I am able to now apply some really crazy shocks. So I can do like a one-shot shock on the boss that does a massive shock, and then the second hit will just instantly kill the rest of the boss's health, which is super nice. You'll be able to see the boss health damage real soon as we actually get there, but just clear the rest of this. This is basically the gameplay, as you can see. Go along like this. It's, you know, it's a few button gameplay, but, you know, I enjoy that. And Discharge is super strong. Now, do I think Cast on Crit's going to be really strong with Discharge? I think it's still going to be super strong, actually stronger than it has been. However, there are going to be a few changes. The cooldown recovery speed is going to be a little bit interesting. Alright, let's jump to this boss here. Let's get our power charges up. So we'll wait until we got 9 power charges, and just like that. Boom, boom, headshot right there. And we got a siege map there as well, which is quite nice. So that's basically the character. We could one-shot tier 4 or basically all white map bosses right now on a 4-link with 2 storm prisons. All these are giving us are power charges and no other damage from here that's actually helping our discharge or anything like that. It's super, super strong. I'm really, really enjoying it. Tomorrow we're going to be trying to farm to get that 5-link, maybe even a 6-link, and try and farm towards also getting void batteries, which are going to be a massive damage increase on this character. Which is, yeah, it's going to be super, super, super fun. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, the very last thing I forgot to mention, which I think I'm going to include in the thumbnail as well, is this amulet that we're using. This is a new amulet called the Ephemeral Bond. Ephemeral Bond, I should actually say. I always say that word wrong. The Ephemeral Bond. Now, the Ephemeral Bond gives us 31% critical strike multiplier if you've gained a power charge recently, but the big kicker here is 1 to 36 lightning damage per power charge. With 9 power charges, that goes up to something like, 9 to 270, 280 lightning damage. And that is multiplied by 4.5. Because we have 450% damage effectiveness on Discharge. So that actually ends up being around another 1000 flat damage onto Discharge. The downside is we have 90% less power charge duration, meaning our power charges only last for about 2 seconds, but that is totally fine because we're proccing so many through Stormbrand. So this amulet is super, super nice. I'll probably be using this amulet until I get a Badge of the Brotherhood, if I get a Badge of the Brotherhood, but that's the next massive step upgrade on this character. That is everything I have to say. Tomorrow is going to be a new day. We're going to try and farm that 5-link, 6-link, as I said, and basically get this character up to Cirrus. So we'll see if we can get there. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you like this kind of content, if you want to follow along with this character, hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help me grow and also lets you in on all of the content that I am going to be releasing through Heist because I have a lot of plans. So, until next time, Badger, out. Alright, first conqueror of the league, let's go. Oh, yep. That did damage. Yep. And, oh, almost 3-shot. Pretty much 3-shot. Yeah, it feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. Woo!